I absolutely love dogs, so it's almost a given that I'd like their giga-sized cousins. Wolves are the largest canine species in the world, with the largest subspecies growing up to 7 feet long and weighing up to 150 pounds. What's more, these beautiful canines are seen as spiritual animals that represent protection, strength, and intelligence in many cultures. Also, just to get this out of the way, the alpha wolf isn't real, it doesn't exist. If you think it does, I will kick your ass. So people absolutely love wolves. Nowadays, there was a time where humans and wolves had an extremely one-sided feud that was mostly fueled by us. Basically, we gaslit wolves by saying that they were man-killing pests that kill thousands upon thousands of livestock a year. In reality, wolves only kill about 1% of livestock annually. And not only are wolves scared to death of humans, they've only killed less than 40 people in North America. Like, ever. So it's clear that wolves are nowhere near as bad as we once thought they were. However, you cannot say that about their Ice Age shadow clone. There was another canine from North America that may have looked like a wolf, but was something bigger and maybe even meaner. But more on that in a minute. This enormous carnivore was, of course, the dire wolf. This unhinged doggo was absolutely massive and may hold the title of the largest canine to ever live in North America. Paleontologists estimate that a normal adult dire wolf would weigh as much as the largest gray wolf at 150 pounds. Key word in that statement though, normal. You see, some individuals could get even bigger than this, and some researchers believe that their theoretical maximum weight could have been 243 pounds. Any larger than that and their skeletal anatomy is going to go on strike. There are currently 2 known subspecies of the dire wolf, A. dirus gildei and A. dirus dirus. Really, the only difference between these two is their size and range, with gildei being found in southwestern North America and the dirus thriving out east. Dirus was also the larger of the two and had longer limbs, meaning that if you were being chased by one, you had better luck escaping a gildei than an unhinged canine built like Usain Bolt. In addition to being the US's largest canine, the dire wolf had the strength and power to back up its title. The dire wolf had an incredibly muscular frame, and they're infamous for having the strongest bite force of any placental mammal. For reference, the strongest modern mammalian bite comes from the African wild dog at 142 newtons per kilograms. The dire wolf, on the other hand, had a devastating 163. Kind of funny how 2 non-wolf canines managed to overpower an actual wolf in bite strength. And now we finally come to that part of the story. Now I'm sure someone has already commented, the dire wolf isn't an actual wolf, stupid. And first off, words hurt, dude, chill out. But yes, that is correct, and now I get to explain the truth of these horrible huskies. You see, when the remains of this animal were first unearthed in the 1850s, early paleontologists thought that they were members of the Canis genus. This genus includes wolves, as well as coyotes, domestic dogs, and the golden jackal. Yeah, that totally makes sense. The dire wolf was believed to be part of this genus due to its anatomical similarities to animals like wolves, and their pack-hunting nature only added fuel to the fire. This is why for the longest time the dire wolf was given the binomial name Canis dirus, and for nearly 200 years, no one questioned this placement. Until fairly recently. In a 2021 study, genetic analysis showed that the dire wolf was never part of the Canis genus at all. In fact, it belonged to its own genus and has since been referred to as Anasaon dirus. Instead of being related to wolves, the dire wolf is instead closer related to South American canines like bush dogs, as well as some species of African jackals. So if this thing was closer to a jackal, then why does it look so much like a wolf? Well, the dire wolf is simply an example of convergent evolution. This is a phenomenon where 2 unrelated animals will evolve similar features to one another in order to adapt to a similar situation. This phenomenon is why the Japanese tanuki resembles a raccoon, or why the Australian marsupial lion looked so much like an actual lion. And I guess someone is gonna comment, well, could dire wolves hybridize with actual wolves? No. There have been instances in the wild where wolves and coyotes came together to create a coy wolf, and some wild wolf populations have a percentage of coyote DNA in their genome. However, this study showed that gray wolves don't even have an ounce of direwolf genetics in their DNA, so hybridization likely never occurred. Now, I imagine that some people are going to be upset that the dire wolf is no longer an actual wolf, but allow me to remind you how terrifying this animal was. The dire wolf was still a powerful predator with a massive list of megafauna on its menu. They've been known to hunt down bison, camels, pronghorn antelope, wild horses, ground sloths, and there's even evidence of these devil dogs eradicating mammoths and mastodons. But did they really have the power to bring down these animals? After all, something like a Columbian mammoth can weigh up to 13 tons. Well, the only way dire wolves can hunt down megafaunal prey was basically with the power of friendship. Places like the La Brea tar pit show that these were highly social canines due to numerous skeletons being found together next to their prey. So what you have here is a mega-sized dog that eviscerated prey in packs, much like the actual wolves that they competed with. And they were a highly successful predator, thriving until their own prey went extinct, leading to the wolves' own extinction around 10,000 years ago. So it may not have been a true wolf, but it doesn't really matter what you label it. The dire wolf was still a powerful carnivore with the strength, speed, and numbers to make anyone forget the technical aspects. I will say this though, you can say you'd be scared of a dire wolf, but no force on earth or heaven is gonna keep at least one of you from trying to give this thing belly rubs. But that is the end of the line for this video. Don't forget to leave a like and a comment on this video as it encourages me to make more videos for you all going forward. Not gonna lie, this video was fun to make. Like I said, I'm a big dog fan, and I've always had a soft spot for the dire wolf. It was pretty much a given that I was gonna talk about this animal at some point. Anyways, the next video is gonna be airing sometime around February, but it's gonna take a while because college is starting to kick into mega gear. Well, that's it for now. See you around.